An MBA turned into a logistics entrepreneur and now a profit scale up coach. I've been published by a leading English newspaper and I have been empaneled by Minister of Textiles Government of India to train the entrepreneurs of the country, and I've trained over more than 200 entrepreneurs. And I'm on a mission to help 1 million entrepreneurs achieve 10x profit using intuition, and I'm the founding partner of 10x Profit Hub. So in this video, we'll learn how do you measure intuition and whether can we really measure it and what are the ways of measuring it. So let's start, and we'll start with a scientific research study that was undertaken by researchers and scientists in England. So what they did was, it's a very interesting study. All right, they took certain college graduates, all right, and they divided them into two groups, and they showed them a computer screen with moving dots. So the computer screen had only moving dots in the screen at a rapid different pace going on, and then they also had another screen with the same moving dots, but in those moving dots subliminal images were flashed at a very high rate. So when I say subliminal images, that means you already have the moving dots, but behind the moving dots another picture or a word appears for just a microsecond that only the eye can capture, but it doesn't get registered in your conscious mind. So they were projecting such images, and those images were positive and negative. For example, for positive images, they were flashing the images of puppy or a baby, and for negative images, they were projecting the images of a snake and a gun. And then they measured the decision making speed of in which direction the dot will move next, and they wanted to check the accuracy. So what they found in this study was that there is a relationship between the positive images and the correct decisions taken. That means the students that were exposed to the positive images of a baby or a puppy, they were able to make a much better guess of in which direction the dot will move as compared to the ones who were shown the negative images. All right, so this was a little conclusive study of measuring intuition, but as per me, when I started this research, it was more of a study of a relationship between how much your intuition can be right if you're exposed to positive stimuli or you're in a positive environment, and if you're in a negative environment, that means if you had negative emotions, you are in a negative zone, or you are in negative emotions like fear, greed, jealousy, then there's a high chance that your intuition will not be correct. So for me, it was a relationship between your positive environment and the chances of intuition being correct, and when a person is in negative environment, what are the chances of the intuition being wrong. But having said that, I will now actually tell you how intuition can be measured and is it really measurable. So first, let's talk about the limitations. All right, see, it's very difficult to measure intuition in our daily life or day-to-day life because it's an intangible object, intangible thing, because it's in the mind. We can't see it, we can't feel it, we can't hear it, we can't smell it, we can't even taste it. Neither it's an object that we can see. All right, for example, you can see your eyeballs, I can see my nose, I can see my skin and feel the skin, but you can't really feel intuition, or you can't really understand intuition to your five senses. So the thing which is intangible, it becomes difficult to measure it. Also, even if you conduct experiments, it becomes very difficult to control the different variables, the external variables and the internal variables. See, in research, a lot depends on the variables. Some variables are can be controlled, but some variables are totally out of hand. So even conducting experiments won't give you a conclusive uh, idea of how much your intuition is correct and whether we have really measured intuition in the proper way or not. So we need a more relatable way to decide. So then how do you do it? How do you really measure intuition? Because we have been speaking about intuition and how you can use intuition to increase your profits and your income. All right, so if you really want to know how you can really measure intuition and how you can measure intuition for yourself, comment I'm excited, so that I know that you're really excited and you're watching this video till now. So there are total 6 steps that you can use to measure intuition. So the step number 1 is you always keep a notepad with you. uh, People prefer mobile note taking apps, but keeping a paper and a pen is much better, because even if you have an app, it's not just that one app, you have multiple apps. So by the time you have an idea, you open up your mobile, there are already some notifications on your mobile and you lose the track. So it's important and it's better that you keep a notepad and a pen and write it down whenever any intuition strikes, so you get an idea out of the blue. It's very important, and believe me, after 10 days you will see you have a page and a list of ideas flowing on your paper, and then it can be very effective in your life for taking amazing decisions and turning over your life. So first thing is keep a notepad and a paper. Second, be prepared to register as soon as the intuition strikes you. So also keep the same notepad and pen near you when you're sleeping. It shouldn't be too fast, so that by the time you get up, you will either lose your sleep or either you will forget it. So keep it very close to your sleeping area. Also keep it close to your daily workplace. So if you're going to office, please take it to with your office. So make sure that it's always with you or near you. All right, because as I had already told in the previous video, if you check our previous videos done by me and Hiral, the average retention time of intuition is very less. It's hardly 0.3 seconds or less than 3 seconds. All right, so as soon as the intuition strikes, you need to register it or you start forgetting it, and after a minute it will be totally gone. Point number 3. So point number 1 was keep a notepad and a pen. Point number 2 was be prepared to register as soon as the intuition strikes. Point number 3, just write it down. Do not think. So whenever you get intuition, just write the date and time and just start writing whatever you had in mind. You can write the date and time later on as well. So just write it down. Don't overthink. Don't apply logic. Don't try to filter your words. Whatever has come in your mind, just copy paste it. Point number 4 is, even if you get some abstract thing in your mind, it doesn't make any meaning, it's totally abstract, you still note it down. Right now you would feel that doesn't make sense, but believe me, in future you would know why it made sense of noting even the abstract things. Right now you might not even understand why it has come to you, but please note it down. Point number 5, you also write the whole situation. That means the circumstances you are in or the environment when you got that intuition. So what was the external stimuli around you? What was your mood? Or where were you? Where were you? Whether you were at your home, you were at your office, or you were at a certain outside place, you were at the garden, you were exercising, you were doing some household chores, you were just getting fresh in the bathroom, whatever. You write the whole situation around it. Did you had a call, or you had some email, you read something on newspaper, you saw a particular news report? Write everything down. And sixth step is you then start comparing your decisions that you have taken as per the intuition. So when the intuition strikes, we take decision, either we follow the intuition or we don't follow the intuition. So you have to compare that the decisions you took and what was the present situation that you followed. So what was the present situation if you followed the intuition? So for example, you got the intuition that you have to say something to a particular person, and you realize that after 5 days there was a certain situation where you had to speak up, but you didn't speak up. So what was the situation that happened when you didn't spoke up in front of that person, right? And what if had you spoken to that person, how different would that situation would be? The future present, how would it have turned it out? So you need to compare. So you need to keep referring to your different points and intuitions that you write it, and see how your present life is turning out. And then you note the average of the rights and the wrong. How many decisions turned out to be right when you followed your intuition, and how many decisions turned out to be wrong when you followed your intuition, and also how many decisions turned out to be wrong when you didn't follow your intuition. So once you start taking out averages, you will get a clear idea. And every time, believe me, every time you will understand that following your intuition is always the best decision that a person can take. All right, so I hope you really had an enjoyable time now watching this video. High fives to everyone who was watching this video, and fist bumps. I have a special gift for you. So I am wanting you to join my special VIP group where we provide exclusive content. It's not even on YouTube, it's not anywhere. We do special live sessions, Q&A sessions, and special exclusive content. So the link is given in the description, and so you can follow bit.ly/10x PH VIP club. So please check in the description, just click on the link and you will join in. And if you need flash updates about my various other content that I'll be posting, join our Telegram group as well. And do comment what was your major learning from this video. So until next time and till next video, I will see you soon. Tata.